Shalom everyone, I hope that you are doing fabulous. Thanks for joining for your daily reading. So if you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you for being a part of this channel. And those of you who are brand new, my name is Shannon and I'm glad to have you. Look, my channel is Real Talk. Okay, it's a very spiritual channel. We don't hold back in any way, shape, or form. Sorry about that. Actually, I guess that's probably going to be in the other reading that I just did as well. Oh well, sometimes that happens. Anyway, it's Real Talk on my channel. We don't hold back. It's a very spiritual channel. And let me fix this. Just move that up a little bit. And we just uproot some nasty behaviors within our own soul and get up and roar against it where other people might be around in situations so that we can guard, the earth in all uprightness and righteousness. I'm not church or religious, by the way. I'm just very spiritual, like I said. But the scripture is found within the tarot, and so it's honored here. I love Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. He is everything to me, and so we use it here, and it gets real intense at times, okay? So if you stay, you stay. If you don't, then you don't. You weren't supposed to, I guess. You'll just learn me as we go. When I'm experiencing the spirit sometimes, it just comes out like a roar, because Jehovah's word says that we are bold like a lion, okay? And we will roar right back at the fake lion that's trying to seek whom he may devour, which is the devil, by the way. And we just get up in his face and say, I don't think so. And that ain't the way. And Jehovah's way is the way. And it's of uprightness. And he speaks of things that are right. And he tells us of things before they come. And he loves us and he's patient with us. But he's also an Elohim of war. And if you and I don't fear him, people, just like that, he can make you undone. Just like that. Who can stand before Jehovah? And who can say it's going to be this way or that way? No, it's his word is the way. And you don't like that? I guess you'll go away. This is what my channel's about. And I honor Jehovah. And he gets to build these towers that I record on my channels. So I just sit here and boast about him all day for all I care. I love him. He's brought me through so much. I owe him so much. Anyway, welcome if you do stay. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. If you're down and out, I send you love and light. Let's get started. We're going to do a spread here. Jehovah, I just thank you for clear, defined messages. Give me the first couple cards or whatever you see fit, and then will you please cut this deck for the rest of the message. Somebody was getting a very intense message on my first reading. And just be patient with me. I will put it down below because I'm still trying to wake up. And it is what it is. Something is over here. And somebody's going to be able to leave troubled waters behind because Jehovah's showing it. Somebody also had 24 hours to make something right. And those people who did not take that advice last time, they lost their beloved soul. And it's over. And Jehovah's mindful of their destruction and all that. Something happened here on a trip. And we do know that. But there's been stormy waters. There's a trip here. Both those can go back to trips. This is a publicity card. Basically what we're talking about. This can go back to bosses. Integrity is here as well. Some type of huge cycle's ending. And somebody going to be able to leave those troubled waters behind within something that's taken place. The past, where you're dealing with possibly jail issues or just somebody who's got mental issues or really have tried to go within. They're anxious or tied up. Maybe somebody was tied up down here. A lot of air then is showing up here in this reading. And maybe you work for the law. I'm not sure. But in the past, we do have the 8 of Swords coming up. In the now, something about the high discernment card is coming up here. Somebody's whole within. We specifically had the Hermit come out on my other reading, and we specifically had a card that came out of my homemade deck. Virgo was there, and so it was there. And the Magician also came out again, and it came out in the combination reading that I did last night. Now listen, let me just say, whenever I'm reading, if something does come out, you don't have to be a Virgo at all, but that energy, because we all have this in our chart, and you could be a big heavy Virgo, and it's probably hitting you, around you. If you're in the upright, you're in the upright. If you're not, the energy that's coming out and being addressed would be around you, or you are in the middle of that stuff, or somehow, some way, somebody's affected by whatever Jehovah's bringing out. So always remember that. Nobody's ever pointing fingers on this channel. Jehovah is pointing at an energy by way of the spirit, and addressing it. If you're in the energy, you have to have priority to the truth of the matter and yank it out of your life, or you're screwed, and you have nothing. You're nothing to him then, and then he is addressing you, and he'll just come with his sickle, and you'll be gone out of the earth, okay? Because it will shake those nasty people out. Some people are crazy now because they didn't have integrity, because it caused the stormy waters, okay? Because they got some type of reptilian type of mindset about them, and every time they opened their mouth, they lied, and they did it very skillfully within something. But we've got some type of discernment, or somebody feeling single or singled out, or this is a segregation card in the negative. This is somebody who's got inheritance here that is being addressed in the now as well. At the top of the mind, it's known about a bunch of freaks and a bunch of just nasty, strifeful energy that's been around some type of a trip, or some type of a known person, since it's a publicity card, some type of a person who's been cloaked in something. Somebody's known all around the world. I guess they are. The Emperor was there in the other reading as well. It's known about the strife at the top of the mind, whatever that is. In the very near future, this is either going to end, or somebody's going to be getting a line of confusion, and that, I guess it is what it is at that point. Somebody ever lived and lost their mind then, I guess. For some people, I'm going to take the advice of the Holy One. He ain't. They ain't. He ain't, she ain't, whoever. 9 is an ending. So that is either going to end for you. We got 99 here. Something could have happened back in the day. I was hearing back in the day when I was doing that other reading back in 1999. They go back to Prince as well. Maybe like Prince. Something is here. We have a lot of swords coming out. Okay, well, somebody was backstabbed, talked behind the back in the past position, put somebody in their head, or they were hunted. We had literally the rune that came out represented the word. Well, thoughts and words are air, okay? And somebody did something that was very sharp behind the back, and that rune went to pray, P-R-E-Y. And somebody wasn't P-R-A-Y to the Holy One to heal something. Some people were, some people weren't. Somebody got literally stabbed and are decaying by water. Okay, deer, and somebody was innocent within something. Deers represent innocent energy, and maybe somebody from the law was involved in it. Who knows at this point? But there's some type of death here. Okay, it causes stormy water, and we already know about the boat trip. It's here because a bunch of freaks are here to have to protect something. Somebody's boss is also here. So in the now, we got another 9. 999. That's interesting. This is a wounded warrior in the now. Within the mix of this crap, if you're in the upright, then it's known that people around you started some crap around you. And Jehovah's going to take care of it. Yes. There's a burden here. Well, it's also known about a victory. Let's break down to the 6 of Wands, and the wounded warrior is here. Okay, somebody is going to go to prison. The outcome is prison. The outcome is also somebody's just really in their mind figuring out what to do. Somebody's got a chain on them for some people, and I was pointing out in the other reading that I just did, the magician was there, and I was realizing that he had a great big chain on him around his neck, and it was connected to a cup. And this takes back to the 12th house, which is water energy as well. Somebody, this is poisons. Somebody will be laid down for something that they did, because we know it, people. We know it. Jehovah just keeps bringing it out. Somebody will be euthanized for the crap that they've done. They will be executed in the jail cell for some people for causing this heavy burden. This is oppression. This is a beheading in the Hebrew, as we know. At the bottom of the deck, we have somebody turning their back on something, waiting for ships to come in, trading, okay? Whatever that is. Wow. Some people are going to be able to get out of their minds. You're dealing with a teacher, you're dealing with a teacher. This can go back to the teacher's staff, or a staff of teachers could be here. Stormy waters are here in the very near future on somebody. The L is here. the S, a lost soul. And that is the case, people. It literally came out in the fire and air reading. Somebody lost their soul because they blasphemed the Holy Spirit. Well, sad. There is a verdict here. It's a verdict card. We also have a doctor is here. That could go back to the hermit card. It could go back to the magician card. So Jehovah is definitely, he's definitely addressing somebody now. It's somebody's time's up in something that's taken place. It's over. It shows it right here. Something's completely over within a situation. So we have the doctor. Maybe you are a doctor, but somebody is going to be put down. Give me two more, Jehovah. So, for some people, there's joyfulness here because some people have been hunted like an animal. Okay, there's a killer out here, people. There is. There's a group out here that's known about that's caused burdens. Okay, there's a bunch of people that's all they do. And it's known about these people. And so there will be joyfulness. It's like a bittersweet type of energy. At the same time, it is what it is. There's conversations going on about the deal. We have the dog here, and we have somebody who's been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And Jehovah says that those who wait upon me will not be ashamed. The dog goes back to a friend. Somebody's friend's involved in something. I guess they are. This is about loyalty and companionship and being faithful and trustworthy. And it's also a protection card. It's also a yes card in this deck. So if you did have a specific question, it's a yes here. It's also about being honest. This also takes us back to prophecy, to a control freak spirit. As we know, the dogs were released upon Jezebel, and which would be like a female that was trying to control her husband, and she was into sacrificing. This is sacrificing, okay? And I will say in the water and earth reading, we had children sacrificing stuff all over the place, as it always comes out on the channel. And so this also goes back to prostitution situations as well. If you look up the dog, can go back to homosexuality situations with the dog. In the negative of some things, so positive and negative in anything. Okay, even though there's been strife, something's going to be able to end, and it is going to be a joyful. Or you're dealing with soulmates. There's three people here, or third parties are involved in some stuff. Okay, there's a lot of fortune around some stuff as well. There is. Let's just take some words. Something about dialysis, or you've been connected to somebody who goes to have dialysis. We have a doctor here. Aries is here. Now, the Emperor literally came out in the other reading. So, the sun's there right now. And that's the head, the brain, the eyes. Okay, we have a doctor here. Maybe you're a doctor and that's what you... I mean, we got dialysis out here. We got somebody consulting somebody within some type of situation. That's however that's hitting you. Just let it hit you the way it needs to hit you. We have something about a mighty force, some type of a giant energy. Is it? Yes, we do have giants in the land, people. We do, and they're going to go down. The beast is going to be put down. There's some type of a champion also out here. There's mastery out here on that card. Some type of real might and strength is written on that card as well. Okay, that's why we had military and soldiers and everything else coming out in that other reading. Somebody going to be put down. The government of Elohim is being set up, and this is Jehovah's earth of righteousness. Like I was saying at the top of the reading, this is Jehovah's earth, people. We don't do things his way. He removes you and die, and he's no respecter of person. And that should put a fear in you. Somebody has had an inability to deepen a relationship and so it was broken apart. Okay? All right, well, what that means for you. Somebody has been, their emotions are just stormy. Somebody's had some stormy waters because there's strife up here. There's known about some stupid strife up here. Perplexity and embarrassments have also been, well, this is a complex card. How do I do something? I don't know how to get off the chain because somebody can't get off the chain. Okay, their emotions are everywhere. This is a crazy card. Okay, somebody's been crazy around somebody. They're in their freaking minds, back here in their mind. It's known somebody's just up here all the time in their head with a bunch of people, or because of a bunch of people, it's caused some stupid. It's caused other people have to get up and war just as hard, because a war is a war. You have upright and you have the wicked. Something about in the woods is here, of course it is, and something connected to a toolbox. I mean, you work with tools. I don't know. So the laguz is here. This goes back to medicine. We have a doctor here. Somebody needs a doctor, and they're going to see a doctor. They'll finally be laid to rest. They will. They'll be, because it's an ending. The death card can still be found here in the world card. Somebody's soul is lost, people. It's lost. And somebody was really loose in what they did. Again, okay, well, somebody's name could be less. Somebody was also made less. Somebody's cell is here. Okay, whatever that means. Somebody's cells. Again, if you're dealing with somebody being loose and they sell their body, then they do. This is prostitution. Okay, again, homosexuality could be found here as well. So if you're dealing with a male specifically, or male or female, it really doesn't matter, but it is showing that the wands go back to passion and stuff like that. Somebody lost their soul, people. We got giants out here on this word, on this card in wording. And we got mixture of people. We got people that are mixed up in some stuff that has caused hybrid type people. Okay, it goes back to prophecy. This is a prophecy card. Book of Daniel. Anyway, we got the laguz. It looks like water as well. We got stormy waters. We got a boat here. We got somebody decaying by water, and it's known about. It looks like a hook. It's a flesh hook. Okay, for some people it is. Okay, because we had somebody who was like prey to them, and they were hunted like a stupid animal. And people are not freaking animals. You're dealing with freaks out there. This goes back to somebody who's needing to balance something, and somebody, you know, out here, their emotions are just everywhere. Because of sacrificial things that have taken place, some people just literally lost their living mind because children have gotten hurt. Okay, and then they lost their soul within it, their mind, their will, emotions. Somebody needs medicine. Okay, it's also a humiliation rune, and we literally have an embarrassment card come out here. So whatever that is, something's happened in a very big way, and somebody lost their soul over it because they wouldn't make a thing right the way that Jehovah says to make something right, and somebody's got 24 hours to do something, and I guess you're either going to prove that you're upright, or prove that you were never none of Jehovah's. Ever. Hard word today, people, but I guess it is what it is. Let Jehovah speak on. Shalom.